That's good, at least. Alright, I need to bring up the pattern recognition thingy again. And let's start another run. Yeah, I would say maybe 4 is even too much. I would say, like, give a stagger after 2, right? I think that would have actually made sense. And kind of motivate you as a player to try and break the armor rather than just break one part and then focus that part extensively.
You were chosen Night Lord unless we and for this.
It's not like a revolutionary idea or anything like that, but it's cool. I don't mind the body mechanic like that. I kind of wish that they kept the big crackling attack with the crackling sky. And my idea was to, obviously you will have the different color palettes, but my idea was to also just make it have more range. And then put multiple holes into it so that people have to like just kind of run around and dodge, you know? And each one, like especially in Chios, each person has to like choose a spot that they go to not get hit. I thought that would be kind of cool. Of course, you're gonna have the different color palette, as I said. So that way, again, you're keeping like, if you have a boss that's built on looking cool, you should keep the cool moves. So this is a playable seed. Actually, we have Demi-Humans Night 1, which if we hit everything, it's gonna be really good. And then we have Morgoth on Night 2. So we'll roll with this and see what we can do. Oh, Blood Bowl Aromatic. That's pretty sick. Now I'm gonna have to deal with the... Well, first of all, I have to level. Another Blood Bowl? Whoa, okay. Not bad. Yo, what's up, Patrick? Let's say the first RNG of the run going pretty well, yeah. Now I only need 2 more hours of this. And then we're chilling. Right, I'm gonna go to the tunnel, but unfortunately here I'll be dealing with the soldiers, so let's hope I don't get blasted like I did on my PB. No bow, but I will have to drop one of the greases anyway, so that's a little unfortunate, but I'll have to... At least I can use one of these fire greases. What's in the middle? Tree Sentinel at the top. And it's a troll castle. Ah, that kind of sucks. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Boop, there we go. Nice. Oh, we have a regular stone as well, though. That's good. So that saves a little bit of money. I guess Tree Sentinel is technically killable relatively early, so... But unfortunately for us, I'm still level 2. Troll Castle? No, Troll Castle is not better for anyone, because Troll Castle... just doesn't really give you as much reward. You have to clear it out to be able to go loot, and then... you just don't get the amount of runes that you will get from both Banished Knights and... obviously Crucible Knights, so... No, honestly, the only shield stuff that is annoying is potentially the one Crucible Knight as a shield, but otherwise it really isn't too bad. I don't know why I went this way. That's okay, though. Need to upgrade first. Like, basically, I feel like you can clear all of them, and the worst rewards are always from the Troll Castle, so... More Blood Bowls, excuse me? Nothing else, though? You know what? Let's try this. I'm gonna go kill these 2 trolls at least. Let's do that. Like, killing trolls with Iron Eye is nice for sure, but... The rewards, man. The rewards just aren't there. It's also your first Saturday where you're not gonna be busy with assignments. Yeah, that's fair, but at least you've had a lot of fun with it, I think. So that's good. At least according how often you post about it in the Discord, Fraser, so... Not a bad thing, I would say. Having quality family time is nice, too. Alright. He used the sword attack before I was able to proc the mark. And he does that sword transition. You cannot actually stagger him. Hey, ranged weapon attacks. Alright, purple. Seems good. Okay, maybe I'm gonna kill the other troll actually as well. Even though baiting him is always a little annoying, but since I'm going here, I can do that. Yeah, I mean, golden foul foot for tree sentinel on the top. If I get that kill, that will give us a lot of runes. Ow, that is not who I was trying to go for. Oh! I just heard the bomba. But we're good. These guys are actually getting burned to the crisp, so that's nice. Hello, sir. Let's go. Very nice. Perfect angle. It's literally my life the last 2 weeks. We were joking about it in the class last night. It's a good job I have a CV with my hobbies. Because I've forgotten what they are by now. Oh, sure, but like... Just feel like if you weren't enjoying it, you weren't really... be talking about it that much, though. Oh, another ranged weapon attack. Okay. Now we're cooking. Yeah, right. Would have just quit it. Yeah, makes sense. Even though at this point, I feel like maybe you would be hit with some sunk cost fallacy. The fact that you've already devoted so many weeks to it. That missed? Bro. Somehow went underneath him. And without the buff from downstairs and without the fire grease, damage ain't it. Right. That's good. Oh, last rights and attack power at low HP. I mean, attack power at low HP doesn't really matter, but that's our aura buff, so that's nice. That's good. Didn't get that much money off of this fella. Not as much as we got from the death bird the other day, but I was also on day 2. Oh my! Ah! Thought I'd just be able to outrun it. Now, unfortunately, I kinda missed the troll with the mark there. Where's the boss gonna be? Oh, right next to the castle. Okay, not bad. So at least after killing the trolls, we do have time to loot. And at the bottom is Black Knife Assassin. You have a decent pace. Decent pace, decent buffs. See what's down here. Yeah, it's like, it's less as a class, exactly. It's less of a class. It's more like a course, basically. Educational course. For people that want to get into that field. There are more fire greases there, but I don't need that many of them. Had to leave before you got to Caligo? Do you mind to sum up your thoughts about her? Yeah, sure. I guess how can I summarize it, because I literally talked about it 10 minutes ago. Basically, I don't think that it's a bad boss or anything like that, but it's one of those things where it's very similar to the original one. And the boss is very much built on like cinema moments normally, so to speak. And they took away the cinema attacks. You know, there's no crackling sky, which they could have kept. There's mostly just attacks where she flies left and right and doesn't really do much. So you're just watching the boss do stuff, but it's not even the cool stuff. There's nothing in terms of passive. And gameplay-wise, it felt very similar. I know there are some changes, of course, but it's nothing special, unfortunately. And I do like the idea of the armor. I like breaking the armor. I wish that you got more of a reward for doing it, so that you had more of an incentive of actually just breaking more armor pieces after you break one. What I like about it is potentially for trios, coordinating which body part you go for in order to break it, if it's, you know, difficult enough. I think that's kind of cool. I don't obviously know how difficult it is in a trio. But they could have just kept the crackling sky and changed it a little bit, right? Change the visual so it follows the new dark blue theme. And then make it so that... My idea was make it so that it has more reach and there are like holes within it so that the gameplay element is a little bit different. Instead of just running as close as possible or staying far away, you have to instead try to find the place where you are safe. And especially in a trio, that could be kind of cool because it splits up the players and stuff. So, like, I don't mind the boss. I think there's a lot of frostbite shit happening on the ground. But otherwise, it's just too similar to the standard version. Kraken attacks. Take it, Onzi, take it to the fucking face. Good. Okay. Good then my human fights. I didn't even see where Onzi was at first, but the wraiths on my back targeted him automatically. I was like, oh, he's on the left, so I marked to the left there. And yeah, you can get pretty unlucky, like if Onzi goes for his stupid, you know, teleport where he's basically invisible for a bit, or I don't want to even say invisible, he's just in another realm. Then your ulti will just straight up miss, right? It's just tough. But that didn't happen this time, so that was good. That was a good fight. Ah, it's a 6-second gold. Oh, that went through the pillar, excuse me? Do at some point also have to go buy the other Blood Bowl aromatic. Nice. Yo, what's up, Necra? Preemptively thanking you for a PB run. Alright, man. You're welcome. I got you. Yeah, we gotta keep the streak alive. I had an attempt earlier. I did one so far, and it wasn't very good. This one's looking a lot better. So I want to say that the last one was just a little warm-up. Maybe could have kept fire attack for more gold. Dude, last rights again? What the hell? Like the Batman movie screening? Not quite, no. Just attacks that make you type out cinema in chat. Well, I'm basically done with the castle, see, and I'm like level 12. If I finish the entirety of the castle with like any other one, I am bound to be a higher level than this. Let me go to the merchant. I'm kind of wasting a little bit of time here. I should have gone there immediately. I guess you got a point. I forced my way through, haven't really given tactics much thoughts. Feel like, I mean, I don't need the third one. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like I said, I did it with 3 classes. I did it as Wilder, then as Executor with the new relic, and combined it with Seppuku. That was kind of cool. But it was a little bit all over the place. And then I did it as Duchess, cast the Duchess, and the most brain dead it was with cast the Duchess. Like I was dealing the most damage, even though he's, you know, she's 20% resistant to magic. And on both of the other runs, I had fire damage. It just couldn't even be compared. So that one was the most brain dead version of it. But either way, I think like I want to try and see if I can kind of learn what the boss does a little bit better, because like I said, what was messing me up a little bit was the fact that there was just a lot of frostbite happening. Nice interrupt. Like especially as Duchess, I was getting frostbitten very often, and I don't know what the fuck that was about. And Pulley Bow has a little bit more. So, we get that one. I was also, to be fair, as Duchess, I was also trying to, like, break all the different armor spots. So I was messing around a little bit more. I ended up getting downed, basically, on every single one of those fights, but just once. Right, so I had, like, every time I had multiple Wending Graces, I ended up using none of them. But it's not a bad fight. I just feel like for an enhanced version, it needed a little bit more pizzazz. So I was using the ability there midair and it didn't do it. Fuck. I fucked up, missed last week's relic because I lost track of what day it was. I have to wait for the rotation, but I beat Horizon Forbidden West, which took up my gaming time. How did you like it? I've heard good things about Horizon in general. And this version of it as well, particularly. Well, I don't know. In terms of the relic, I guess some people like the relic. I don't think it's that insane. Nice Holy Greases. At the same time, you didn't miss out on the boss too much. So waiting for the next rotation, like, I would be fine with that, you know? I went completely the wrong way. Well, technically not, because I'm clearing out the bottom areas at least, but still. I have item discovery and continuous HP recovery, so I need some better passives still. I like the story and the gameplay loop is fun. Well, that's great. I mean, can't really ask much more from a game, I think. Okay, well, that's this ruin. I can go to that poison ruin as well. And then jump up here, clear out the bosses there. Okay, maybe I actually just kill this boss over here first. Then do the ruin. Oh, fire grease, perfect. Can even pop the exalted flesh. Are there any chests anywhere? Yeah, there's a chest down here. That would be like... Finding an uplifting aromatic would be sick. I mean, it doesn't really matter because Last Rites is an aura buff. It's not that big of a deal, but still. Chest is down here. Yeah, I get it, Misbegotten. Calm down, dude. Nothing much there. I didn't have the mountaintop buff on the Duchess run. I had the mountaintop on the Executor run, and I didn't have any shifting earth on the other ones. Like, that helped, but still decent amount of frostbite procs. It was nice to have the dragon bonus, of course, for damage and everything, but not a huge fan of the mountaintop. It's my least favorite shifting earth, so if I can avoid it, that would be nice. Dude, another Blood Bowl aromatic? What the actual fuck? Okay, this one definitely should have another illusory wall somewhere. It might be on this other side of this. Yep. Another Blood Bowl aromatic, like what? And the uplifting aromatic as well. Okay, in terms of being a perfumer, I do have to say that this run, I don't think there's been any other like this. Alright, let's run into the Spirit Spring, kill the boss next to that. And then I probably need to kill these guys, and that should give me that level 15. I say these guys, I mean, you know, the Frenzy Troll. Then we are pretty much ready for Morgoth. Having so many blood bonds potentially mean I can reapply during the Gladius fight as well, which is kind of crazy. No, I think it's only for the damage. It's a great question. About the Perfumer Talisman applying to any buffs, but I'm fairly certain that it's all just for the damage itself. I did one run with Mountain Toss for the Anti-Dragon and Frostbite buff. One run with Crater for a Gold Fire Weapon, both with Wilder pretty manageable even for me. Yeah, I think the boss is not the most difficult for sure. Like, I assume that something like Enhanced Libra is probably going to be a lot more cracked in how difficult it is. But that's, I feel like, just because solo is not too bad. Like, if you can find yourself even just one extra revive, having 2 of them already is, like, pretty huge. Especially for a boss that kind of just drags you to the ground, you know? At least in my experience with, like, the Frostbite procs. You know, getting Frostbite procs and then getting hit. I do think that some of the tail attacks shoot a projectile now, which I think that wasn't the case for the original Kavigo. Which is kind of nice. Because a lot of the stuff was just for melee targets only, and now it's for ranged as well. Like, you have to kind of be a little bit careful even as a ranged player. What else can I do? There really isn't much. Gotta loot these chests and stuff. That's pretty much it. Bro just blocking me with a freaking sword. Crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna run up there. There's literally nothing else that I can do. Sucks that we didn't find any other passes, but like 2 ranged weapon attacks is not bad at all. What's a giant animal you would like to see in a FromSoft game that hasn't been used? A huge beaver would be nice. Sloth with more delayed attacks than Margit. Okay, that's pretty good. They could do like a dinosaur. Why not? Dinosaurs, or because you might as well go all out, or like a mammoth or something, and then have a limb targeting system, limb breaks. I hope at DLC they add some of the SOT weapon classes, also characters that want to make use of them. I think so. I think that is very likely, like a hand-to-hand combat artist or something. It's just a little weird because some of the new stuff that they have in this game, such as Revenant's Claws, you only have them as a starting weapon. You cannot actually even find it in the world. It's so weird that they didn't just like make 2 other weapons of that type or something, you know? Really strange to me. Are there wraiths that you can get here? I think so, right? No? Fuck, I guess not. Notice you aren't doing Evergels, then you talk about your thought process behind not using that strat. Absolutely, in a second when I'm done with this expedition. What? Here's my ability. I didn't, I guess, got hit before that. Ah, not bad though. That was much better than the last one. Okay, this is a nice expedition so far. No exalted flesh purchases are needed. Let's hope that the Gladius fight goes well too. Should have enough... Excuse me, I should have enough damage for it to go well. Oh, I don't even need to use last rides here since I'm gonna be using the, this. No, my ability! Okay, I actually did apply it. Alright, not bad. There was a little bit of a mess there during the phase transition, but not bad. So, the thing with Evergels is like, the Evergel strat depends on the relic that allows you to stack Evergels, right? And in any percent, the only thing that you can use is relics that are guaranteed. So either from the shop or from the Night Lords. You cannot use anything else because otherwise if you didn't get the Evergel relic after the first expedition, you might as well reset because it's that strong. So that's why, like Evergels in general, they basically give you either runes or they give you a passive, right? Like some kind of a character passive, and a lot of them are not even like that good for RNI. So what I am focused on during the runs is it almost doesn't matter what I do. I'll end up level 15, so I don't really need to be collecting runes. And instead, I focus on trying to loot as many things as possible to end up with loot like this, where you have ranged weapon attacks passives and drop-off reduction passives and stuff like that, so... How is this still 3018? Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That was a good expedition. I don't know how I can get any faster than that. Thanks for GG's. But yeah, I could see hand-to-hand combat absolutely being added in the DLC, since it already exists. Maybe even a light sword or something like that. You know, like great sword. Or a perfumer, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Caelid dogs or dragons. What's up, Rafriki? Being effectively dinosaurs. Okay, it's fair enough. I guess that is a point. But can you imagine like a huge T-Rex? I think that would be cool. You'd like to see some more interesting powers? Like the walking or on sprinting, but other things as well. Yeah, I agree. On the new enhanced augur, what I like is the fact that they are forcing you to basically collect different things than... Let me do this menuing real quick. I'm already fucking it up. Like, normally when you're doing basically any expedition, it's all about what do you want for your character, right? And I like the fact that the enhanced augur basically forced you to drop that and start collecting other things. Now, the idea of having to drop the entirety of my build and basically make every character be the same... Royal Revenant and Dragonkin and Township. Okay, not bad. I don't know if I'll have enough time for the Township, though. If I also do Crater Day 1. I wonder if this is a seed where you don't do Crater Day 1. I'm trying really hard to... There we go. To focus the rat that has the mark. Because I'm probably gonna get more damage. But then I would have to go to a tunnel, so like... I should do Crater Day 1. Oh yeah, disregard that. Like, I don't like the idea of having to make every single character be effectively the same, right? Like, it doesn't matter against Enhanced Ogre who you're playing as, because everyone has the same powers. But I do like the idea of like, oh, okay, you have to go ahead and adjust the loot that you are looking for. You cannot just look for what you need for your character, you also have to look for whatever is good against the boss. I don't think that's bad. And so creating some more interesting ways of forcing that onto players, I think would be cool. Dude, Claws could actually low-key be pretty good on this Magma Worm because of the bleed procs. They have Arc AR as well. Very funny. Punish Knight, Slow 9, and Magma Worm. It's a good castle. Incantations, useless. Low HP, sure. Item discovery. I'll get a grease as well, which is neat. That'll give us some extra damage. I'm not gonna use the lightning grease because I want to keep those for full gore. And like worst case, if I don't find a single lightning grease, I will keep these two. Hey, Shinakuma. Fortnite with NPCs? No, not really. The circle is definitely reminiscent of a battle royale, but otherwise it's basically a roguelike with Elden Ring's combat. That's all. Oh, I let the mark expire? Ah. Where did he just go? Come here. I feel like at least one more bleed proc we should be able to get with claws. No. Do the mark! Ah, yes. There it is. Okay, now switch to bow. And we are crawling. These wounds, they will not heal. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if those claws actually were like super helpful, but got left by the lightning while walking passive yesterday. The mini dragon's anti-dragon loot orb ended up on an unclimbable rock. Really? I know which one you mean. Yeah, that's crazy that he died somewhere where you actually cannot climb to. Not that many places that you couldn't really get yourself to. But I know what you mean. I've had some memes with that dragon as well. And he died in like a really weird place. I need to see how many runes these guys give. it's worth killing them. 5k, I think so. Yeah, I guess Rivers of Blood would have been kind of cool, potentially, for the other magma worm. Looked like one of the characters had a spell that was like a dino transformation. Something akin to the Dragon Incant. So that kind of makes sense, actually. Is it an extraction game? Yeah, it's looting. I wouldn't call it an extraction game. I mean, it is a battle royale where you end up in the middle of a circle at the end of the night. Gameplay loop is fairly unique. Like, I don't think there's exactly something like this on the market. But yeah, you basically have a gameplay loop of a battle royale with roguelike elements. Oh, nice passive. And Elden Ring combat. That's the best way that I could summarize it. I mean, I'm also playing an archer in this run, so it's even more like Fortnite, I guess. Alright, boss that we haven't fought in a long time. Turns out Golden Bow is and level 6 is a nice upgrade. But the thing is, like, I could have used Rivers of Blood for this guy potentially, but like, I can't even wield it yet. Oh, I rolled too early. Fuck. What was I looking at? I was looking at my cooldown on ulti, I think. Yeah, sounds good, Santoria. Once I'm behind Dazblast, it's cool. Miyazaki wanted to make a Tarkov-like Souls game. I mean, he's been talking about, like, making a Battle Royale style or something like that for a while. Like, the first interview that you can find with that is actually from 2019, which is a long fucking time ago.
Good day to you, sir, and a lovely weekend.
Hello to you as well, Marco. Thank you so much for the 57 months, dude. Welcome back to the Reset City family. How you doing, dude? It's good to see you. Yeah, that death is unfortunate. It's gonna cost us a bunch of time, so I don't know if I can get the township on time now. I probably can. Well, let's run to the township. We can level up after that. And then we'll see. Since Royal Revenant spawns like right by the castle, we should be able to farm Banished Knight's Fur long enough, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Dazzlebloods, it just doesn't really like excite me. The idea of PvE, like, yeah, sure. I guess we'll see what their netcode looks like for a game like that. Obviously, the fact that it's exclusive on the Switch doesn't help, but even beyond that, it's just not really a game that I would get myself super excited over. Just hope that they can learn a lot from software, that is, and then implement some new concepts into their future games. Did I buy two? I did. Okay, nice. Oh, there's another ranged weapon attacks, but a really expensive one. I didn't even check the aromatics. Am I silly? I hope the aromatics were trash. They probably were. That was Blood Boil. Well, that's fine. I would have to come back, though. I don't have any aura buffs, which is a little unfortunate. Decent passives. Graces are nowhere near us, though. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Thank you, Marco. I'm doing fine. Glad to hear that you are doing well yourself. Like, overall, you know how it is. Sometimes up, sometimes down, just classic. No, links are not blocked. Yeah, Tarnished Edition is not... I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about, because it's hard for me to keep up, but... Tarnished Edition is also coming to the other platforms. I just don't think we have any kind of confirmation whether it's gonna be a paid pack that you have to get on the other platforms, or if it's gonna be a free update. Okay, sir, for you, I do not have time. Attack power at full HP. Dude, fuck off. Let me just loot in peace for a second. Okay, I have to kind of hurry up because for Royal Revenants, there are pretty annoying enemies that spawn. The circle's already here, so I'm not gonna have that much time to clear it. Might even end up ulting it. But I kind of needed to go that level 9. Ah, this is pretty bad. The circle's so small. Ah, was I too greedy? I think I was. Okay. No, what the? Use the correct buffs, dude. I used Exalted Flesh twice, which is okay. Not ideal, though. Alright, that was... You know what? That was actually, in the end, played pretty alright. Oh, it was armor and acid on that one. I see. Thank you, thank you. When it comes to the aromatics. Yeah, good. Somehow I feel like if he had good aromatics, my eyes just would have automatically kind of recognized that. Alright, not bad. Salvaged. Salvaged. Now we need to look for another lightning grease. Yeah, that ulti was good. The fact that the Wraith that is running on the horse, or whatever the fuck it is, the fact that that Wraith ended up being in the same position where all the other ones were, so I could blast all of them at the same time with my ulti, that was super helpful. Already bought it on 2 platforms, so I'm not gonna buy it again. Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, the additions that are going to be coming with the Tarnished Edition, I don't think would warrant you to even buy like a new console for that. That would be silly. Oh, Black Flame Blade or 10%. Black Flame Blades. And Black Flame Blade is kind of not bad at all. I mean, we saw that on the previous attempts. Excuse me. Now 9 at the bottom. Look how much damage these fellas are taking. Yeah, it does. You can see how well it works on the bow. And you can cast it really quickly as well. The only downside here is the fact that, you know, this run already abuses greases a fuck ton. And so you override your greases that way. And that is, in a lot of places, not really beneficial. But for these regular enemies, like just regular clearing, it's really good. Well, I'm gonna get rid of it though for attack power at full HP. That is more important. For us right now. Welcome back, let's go. How was the sauna? Hey, there's our 10%. That's pretty funny. Blood Flame Blade is in this game as well, yes. All the cool stuff on Switch 2 is stuff on other platforms except for Dustbus and first-party games. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Like, I actually heard some... I heard some Switch 2 launch numbers recently, and most of the sales are from first-party stuff. I mean, obviously, Mario Kart World is the best one because it is being shipped with the Switch and stuff. Donkey Kong hasn't done that insane, but like overall... Which also, you know, obviously that was released a little bit after the Switch 2. It wasn't released alongside Switch 2. I think I left some Spanish Knight alive here that needs to die. I don't think it's a dude who drops anything though, but... Hello. But usually, like, for a console release, a lot of the sales end up being third-party products rather than the first party. The first party just ends up being developed a little bit later. And yeah, with the Switch, that hasn't really been the case. Like, the third-party stuff, as you guys are saying, it's available on other platforms, so people just haven't really been buying it. Alright, so I have this and this. That's good. I need one more lightning grease for sure. And then we are missing an aura buff, so... I can use a fire grease here. Ow! That came out of nowhere. Dude wasn't even facing me, man. And now he's AI broken. How many jar cannons have I found this run so far? It's a lot. Could have bought a pouch maybe. I mean, I don't really need it, but maybe. Alright, FSB. Let's go. There could be a beetle here as well. There's another corpse that can have a good loot. There is a beetle here. Very nice. It's a useless beetle. Kill all of these. Power attack, power. Oh. Hey Sekering, how's it going? What's up, what's up? First time seeing this golden fog, thought there would be some insane behind it. Yeah, unfortunately, that isn't the case. It's basically just protecting the rest of the castle there in the inside, which, I mean, to be fair, guaranteed talisman is not bad. And with a Crucible Castle, there's a Crucible Knight there as well, which, you know, means extra runes potentially, which is neat. But like the only other golden fog that is in the game is the one to the crater, which we would have done if I didn't do the crater skip. We might still see it actually. If I have enough time, I might just go down in that direction. Because there's a bunch of corpses that I can loot, bunch of elites that I can kill for loot as well. Funny thing, just earlier today I saw someone on Reddit wondering no one uses Black Flame buff on bows. Yeah, because it's not really obvious that it would be good, right? Or that you can even use it, I suppose. But yes, it's actually very good, as you could see. Only for a brief moment, but yeah. Oh, attack power at full HP, 14%. Gimme, gimme. One more corpse. I had it yesterday, but my main weapon was Moog Spear that comes with Blood Flame Blade by default when you use Ash of War, yeah. Sauna was good, not too hot, and cooling down is a little better now since the weather is cooler. It is? Damn, that's crazy. It's like the exact opposite here, where it's been kind of cold ever since we returned from ESA, and then now, basically as of yesterday, it is finally warm again. Like, it feels like summer. Before that, it felt like summer just took a break. And to be fair, the warmest it was here is when we are at ESA in Sweden, where it wasn't that warm. So we kind of missed, like, the entire heat part. And the only game that would make me buy a new console because it's coming on PC right away is GTA 6. I can completely understand the excitement behind GTA 6. I also understand why a lot of people are like rolling their eyes over that, since Rockstar have been milking GTA 5 and GTA Online specifically for so long. But I think the amount of money that they've made from that is exactly why the new GTA could be very good. I wouldn't go as crazy as to buy a new console, but I mean, there's probably, if it ends up costing $100 or something like that, cannot fucking shoot that thing. What the hell? Like, there's gonna be a ton of people buying it regardless. They're gonna set the price at whatever is the highest that, you know, customers are willing to buy it for. And if there's an artist, for example, that's in super high demand, like, people are willing to pay incredible prices for the tickets. Same with like wrestling events, you know? That's why the prices for wrestling events have been going up, because people are just willing to pay them. Am I kind of fucked up? I only marked one dude. And it's gonna be the same with something like GTA 6. It's not gonna mean that all of a sudden every single game that is released ends up being priced at the same thing that GTA 6 is, but... Oh, ranged weapon attacks, 10%. That is better than full HP. Dude, build... very insane. Actually, I'll keep the ranged weapon attacks. Just so I don't have anything that forces me to be full HP. Like, I'd rather have 7% guaranteed than 10% conditional. Yeah, I wouldn't buy Sony or Microsoft consoles. All of their stuff is on PC. Sony delays, but then it comes there. Yeah. I mean, for Microsoft, it makes perfect sense at this point because they've given up on the console stuff. Instead, what they're doing is they have become a third-party publisher. Like, that's their main thing. Right? And to them, it doesn't really matter if you end up playing on PC or if you end up playing on Xbox. As long as you play and buy Xbox games, that's what matters to them. What ends up happening with Game Pass in the future, that's kind of hard to say because it's... As of right now, it's very much, I think, an unsustainable model. But... Like, it's quite telling that in the past... I forgot if it was a month or 2 months or a quarter. It might have been a quarter. Like, the most selling games... The best selling games... On PlayStation... 60% of them... Are Microsoft published. That's what happens when you start releasing the, you know... Games that you didn't want to have on other platforms, on those platforms as well. I do have to say that I'm very disappointed at the lack of lightning greases. Like, I have to have a really fast Fulgor fight. Otherwise, it's not very good. Dude, does Dragonkin even count for a Dragon Moon grease? Should I just use fire instead? Yeah, no lightning is really bad. I should be able to kill the fight in just one lightning grease if it's a really good fight. Yeah, Switch 2 for Duskbloods is kind of crazy. Like, I love, you know, I love the games that From Software make, but I can't say that I'm so intrigued by Duskbloods as to go ahead and buy a Switch 2 for that. That's why SEs has stopped signing exclusivity deals. Sony, they realize they make more money when they don't delay their PC releases. Yeah, it depends definitely on like what games you are releasing. For something like Stellar Blade, you know, they were able to double dip pretty well. Especially because the release on the console already generated quite a bit of buzz originally. But for something like GTA 6, I'm not surprised that they're going with that model because so many people are gonna buy the game twice. Like, they want to play it, so they're gonna buy it on the console, and then they'll buy it on PC to have the better experience. According to the wiki, it is... Okay, let's do it. Okay, very good Dragonkin fight, actually. Alright, not bad. Now let's hope that we can actually deal with Fulgor with just one lightning grease and we're good. We got a good opener. Oh, very nice RNG so far. Nope. Okay, very good fight. I interrupted it not with lightning. So I've learned a new thing about Fulgor relatively recently. And obviously we've known that you can interrupt with either lightning, that attack, or with like enough stagger or whatever. And here I interrupted it using the ulti and not the lightning. And so that took precedence. And when you interrupt it, he still finishes the stab after that. So it's not really like a full interrupt. He still does the AoE. You saw that there. But that was good, dude. That was sick. That was a really good fight. This is actually... That was a good expedition. That was one of the best ones that I've had on Fulgor for sure. But now it's Maris time, which will be tough. Maris is always just such RNG asshole. I practiced Maris. I think I'm better at the fight now. Practiced it yesterday. He's still an asshole, though. Ended up leaving the circle after day 2 to farm some more mobs and died to the storm. All progress lost. Oh, that's tough. Found Maris for the first time. No one told me it's buff resets when you die. Yeah. That is tough, dude. Just getting some extra ones and then you lose all of it. Ah. Yeah, I also didn't know until like... couple of weeks ago when I found Maris when we were playing trios or something like that. Because that's fine if you don't mind being spoiled, because like GTA is going to be a game changer. I think as what Necra says, you can't really spoil a lot of it. Because, like, there will be some plot twists and that is inevitable. But at the same time, I think you can avoid a lot of those spoilers. And just seeing some footage here and there is not really going to be too bad because the game's probably going to be huge, you know? It's funny how lightning works well against Fulgor because Fulgor means lightning or at least something related to it. They usually, like, what they've done with Elden Ring and Nightreign as well is the names are very connected to the bosses and their weaknesses and stuff. Kind of cool. Would it be worth saving the grease till it actually does the attack you need to interrupt? Well, I have an answer now after this, and that's no. It's Latin for sword. If you stick a sword in him, he dies. That makes sense. Welcome back, Abby. Hey, Bago Fritos. How you doing, dude? What's up? Yeah, just don't get the smelter seed. Let's hope. Let's do it.
Champion.
Let's hope we get a good one. The worst part is that, like, regardless of that, like, Maris can just end up being a really rough fight if you don't have enough damage. If you have ulti and you have damage, then damn, like, Maris is fucking pushover. Alright, let's see, what do we have? Is that the spawn? I think that's it. Yeah, with Libra. Okay, so we have Warmface and Godskin Duo. Holy shit. We're fucking cooking. Just smelting the seed. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I have Fritos to thank. Boop. I have Fritos to thank for no Smelt a Demon Seed. Yeah, that one's just tough. Like, regardless of what you find or what you do, Smelt a Demon is just so tanky. Like, you find yourself a Lightning Grease. In practice, I had a Blood Bowl against him and everything, and it just takes forever anyway. Didn't really find much. Attack power at full HP is good though. Dude, Black Flame? I'm not gonna be level 3, so I cannot use that seed, but that would have been pretty good, I feel like, against Magma Worm, because of the percentage damage until I ran out of FP, which would be like 2 casts, but still. Pretty funny. So, what passives did we find? Probably not much. Charge attacks, do-do-do-doom. Do-do-do-doom. Attack power at full HP, good. Do-do-do-doom. And do-do-do-doom. Urgent heal and rejection. Hey, maybe this corpse has something. Dude, Fire Grease? Fucking go. And attack power at full HP? Oh my god. Luckiest random corpse of all time. In the middle we have Banished Knights and Loretta. And at the bottom is Black Knife Assassin. Alright, this is good. One face is gonna be far east. And Godskin Duo, we'll see how that fight goes. I saw freaking Alt F4 use... Like, he had a purple bow, and then he made claws golden, and he used golden claws against Godskin Duo. It was actually really good. Fucking crazy what that guy comes up with. But if that fight goes well, I might not need to use the ultimate and keep it for Ogre. That would be good. Okay, we reapplied the mark on time. Huge. Why are we fighting by the throne again? Oh, that was kind of chaotic. I couldn't really tell what the fuck was happening. Can you get off of that? Like, hello? Now he's stuck in the freaking pillar. Whatever the hell this is. Now I am on the pillar. Now we are both on the pillar. Okay, I'm just gonna ulti. He's probably gonna... Okay, he's not crawling just yet, but... I think the mark got procced. That was weird. He started crawling, I think, and I interrupted it immediately with the mark. Oh, attack power at full HP. Thrusting counterattacks is not bad, but 14%. Rivers of Blood. I mean, alright. This is an insane start. 3 times attack power at full HP is huge. Okay, I see that half of the castle is gonna be outside of the circle, so that's kind of annoying. Wonder if I should just kill FSB and Gargoyle, maybe. Because, like, looting the castle is going to be a little bit annoying. Fire Grease, beautiful. Rivers of blood. Yeah, you hit your toe while buffing for the boss and lose 1 HP. Yeah, that is not good. This build with like Symbol of Avarice, yeah, you're not gonna be cooking with that. That would not be nice. Fire attack power I don't really need. Oh, Exalted Flesh, nice. It's like so hard for me to say what is actually going to be in the circle, but it looks like the... It at least looks like the courtyard is going to be within circle, so I'm going to kill Gargoyle. Let's level up. And then we're going to head over to the castle from here using the Spirit Hawk. Sorry, Spirit Spring. Those are head... Oh my god, that... How am I dealing so much damage to this Gargoyle? Like, what the fuck? We got 70k for that? Drop-off reduction? Have you guys ever seen a volcano in person? I don't think so, no. Unless I don't remember and I saw some in Italy as a kid. I don't think I have, though. Yeah, using Rivers of Blood is not too bad. Bunch of casualties behind Garg, dude. When you cut trees... collateral damage just happens. Ugh. Now I am becoming collateral damage. Yeah, projectile damage drop-off reduction is very nice for Maris. Like in practice, using the free reign mod, which Jari was also talking about, right? And trying to use Storm Ruler on the other bosses. It's kind of cool that you can do that. Somehow didn't think of doing that, but it sounds pretty fun. I want to see it now. But using that mod, I basically do not have any passives. So instead what I do is I stock up on a ton of different... consumables and stuff, right? To kind of emulate the damage. But there's... I don't know if you can give yourself talismans. Maybe I should have done that. Now that I think about it. But not having... the drop-off reduction is so bad against Maris. Dude! This guy, literally protected by IKEA. Okay, I need to go check the merchant. Hello. Boop. Rip that guy. I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of clapping. Damage is pretty good. Oh, he went over a cable car over the top. That's cool. Does it look cool? Is it just a mountain type thing? So inactive with a lot of sulfur deposits. Big egg smells. Is it like... But is there a hole? Or does it actually just look like a top of a mountain, basically? It's kind of a cool question. What was at the bottom? Black Knife Assassin. That's kind of tough. I'm really going to be able to go fight it. Since one face is east, we will go over a grace, so that is not a problem. I climbed Mount Doom when I was in New Zealand. The one that I saw was more or less a very symmetrical mounting. It sounds cool either way. And maybe I'll make it to New Zealand as well one day. Since Pop's mom lives there. If we're ever gonna go to Japan, I mean, might as well stop by New Zealand. I was gonna say it's not that far. It is still kind of far, but definitely not as far as just deciding to go to New Zealand from Europe. Oh, Sacred Order. Ah, that's Sacred Order, not Shared Order. Shit. Okay, I couldn't get that triple chest. I didn't check Merchant either. There's no Merchant within the circle. Wonder if I had enough time to actually go to the Merchant. Feel like we have decent damage though for Warmface. Like I think on that front we are alright. Level 12. We might be partially in water. Like it's okay. Oh! You're right, Jude. The Merchant's up north here. You're right. There actually still is time, maybe. But yeah, I might try to just kill the hippo on time. Because, like, He's kind of getting outside of the circle, but I can bait him a little bit closer. Yeah, I should have thought of that merchant, actually. That makes so much sense. Thanks for pointing that out. That makes it much easier to think of next time. Physical attack power, not bad. Feel like you'll kill Wormface Rivers even faster? I mean, it might be with the proc. I'm just, I don't know, dude. I don't know how much I trust that. It's something to test, I suppose, but I don't think I want to try that on a run like this. But I mean, yeah, I can apply a grease to it and everything, and then use Corpse Piler, I guess. And since I have attack power at full HP, it's also going to be put on that. You might be right. Yeah, we will definitely mark. It's just my bow is golden. Okay, I will try it. You guys might be underestimating the power of... You guys might be underestimating the power of triple arrows to the face. Well, it helps to actually hit the enemy, but you are definitely right. Holy shit. Not bad. That would have been way faster if I actually hit the first part of the Ash of War, but my character was like, where's Warface? Where is he? Huh? It's like, brother, he's right next to you. Just because he has skinny legs doesn't mean he's invisible. I had level 14 before Night 1 boss earlier. That was kind of cool. God bless having Deathray Bird at the top of the castle and having a holy option. Okay, bad aromatics. Sacred Order. Yeah, we basically don't have anything from this fella. Should I go to the bottom or the top? You know what, let's go bottom, because I mean... Oh, and I didn't loot the triple chest, so let's do that as well. Yeah, I do wonder if it's worth it to also use it on Godskin Duo, at least at the start. I mean, potentially, if things go well, like I might even hit both of them with the L2. Oh, projectile damage drop-off reduction. Okay. Kinda insane. Was at the bottom? Black Knife Assassin, right. Still the other side of the world is the same distance south instead of east. I don't think it's that far. Yeah, true. But in the end, I don't think the fire damage was really what did it there. I think the bleed proc and everything together with the mark, like that dealt just so much damage. Dude, insane headshot interruptions. Black Knife Assassin just crying. Can pile Mar corpse? Well, I don't know if your corpse is worth piling, though. Depends on what's in it. I mean, what's in it for me? I mean, not in the... Dude! What the fuck? Best in slot talisman for us. Like, hello? Really? That's kind of crazy. Is it? Oh my god. I mean, it's still better than like Amsterdam to New Zealand. Wait, what? I went to the wrong side. Successive stuff doesn't work on the bow, unfortunately. Like successive attacks, two-handing, one-handing, none of that works on bows. Damn, that's insane though. What a build. It is still like way further than I thought though. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be like half and half. Fucking Mercato's projection, dude. I kinda need to go to full HP, otherwise my damage will probably be crap. Well, I was full HP for like a second there. That works though. Dude, skill attack power. Thing is, I have so much good stuff for my bow. I don't really wanna... I don't want to go specifically for stuff for Rivers of Blood because I'm not going to use Rivers of Blood on Maris. I think Maris is the bigger problem here. They fixed post damage HP on bows, but it's really inefficient. They did do that in the last patch. I have to say I haven't tested it though. It's actually funny, the Great Silk Route from, oh, I killed this boss already. Where the fuck am I going? From Atom to Wellington pretty much passes over Tokyo. Hey, what's up, Salad? How's it going? Yeah, Loretta got exiled to the top of a castle. What the? Dude, gravity NPCs are insane. Did you see that snipe attempt? I was like in the stratosphere. Yeah, all we need is bootleg Elden Beast to go well. It's gonna be interesting to see how much damage we also deal on Godskin Duo. Because if that fight isn't super fast, like I might just end up pulling the trigger on the ulti. But not having ulti on Ogre is so rough. Because you end up basically with this scenario where you don't know exactly when he's gonna go for that big sleep attack. And pretty much the only time you can interrupt it is if you trigger a mark during it. Or if you have ulti. Those are the guaranteed ways. And the issue is that you might just proc a mark like right before he goes for that attack. And then it's like, well, that's great, you know? Like now I don't have the mark build up at all. Or the mark might just run out. Like both things can happen. Okay, since we have pretty good loot, instead of going for all of the corpses down here, I say as I loot a corpse. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for these bosses, these elites, and then I'm gonna go for the bosses that are above as well. So that potentially we collect some like character passives. Some kind of aura buff would be very good. The only thing that wins or loses time are the boss fights, right? Everything else is set time. Yes. Still very important how you play in between, but yeah, you play a lot of the game to save or lose time in just very small sections of the run. Which is a little frustrating. It's a very peculiar game to be speedrunning, let me tell you. Because, like, the faster you can clear things out, unless you have the Libra curse. If you have the Libra curse, then, you know, the more runes you have, the more damage you have. And you're straight up gonna have faster fights. But in general, in most of the games, the faster you can loot, the less you have to rely on RNG, because you might find good stuff, right? Like, if you get really lucky, and literally the first 5 pickups you do in a match are sick for your build, well, then there you go. You don't even have to loot that much anymore. But most of the time, you are probably not gonna get that lucky. Okay, attack power at full HP, 7%, we replace with this. But to be fair, maybe I should just get rid of one of these projectile damage drop-off reductions. Maybe not. Maybe it's actually better this way. So yeah, that way you give yourself a little bit more leeway and potentially find, you know, things. Because pretty much almost on every run, unless you play like dog shit, you will end up being level 15. Yeah, refreshing the mark on Maris is definitely tough. Not attacking. That's the toughest part, though. I'm pretty sure that he only does that sleep attack once he gets past a certain HP threshold. But then it's not really guaranteed. Like, it might just take him a little bit longer, I guess, depending on, like, what his AI is queuing up to do or something. Yeah, it's basically a series, exactly, of 15 minutes-ish preparations for nuking bunch of fights. Dude, another projectile damage drop-off reduction. My dumbass thought that you're doing Everdark Maris, like you have Storm Rulu White drop-off. I'm not surprised. I mean, that's the boss that, you know, people are going for the past week. Unfortunately, well, unfortunately slash fortunately, I mean, we would be able to get a mod to enable all of the Everdarks, but the Everdarks, as great relics as they have, they... And also, you know, more drop-off. Holy shit. They obviously also unlock the new shop, which has really good relics, like the Evergel relic, for example. But they do not count towards the progress to Hellster. You actually have to beat the regular versions. So let's say you beat Gladius, and then you beat 2 Everdarks. Well, that doesn't matter. You still have to beat 3 regular bosses to unlock Hellster. Game freeze, hello? Yeah, Fire Champ could have been decent for Rivers of Blood. I still don't know if I want to use Rivers of Blood or not on Godskin Duo. I feel like Fire Scorpion, yeah, maybe I should have taken it. I think I want to test it. Like, as long as I have a solo target, I do want to go for it, I think. Dude, I cannot loot that, but that's funny. I wonder if I should just run back and actually get it. It's between that and Red Wolf. I'll go get the thing. I have time for that, I think. Grafted Dragon melted her. Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff on the regular boss as well with Grafted Dragon. In general, it seems like stacking fire damage as a trio is huge. Oops. That's sleep resistance, though. Nah, I don't know what to pick. Just don't go to sleep. Just don't go to sleep. If you're getting slept, you've already lost. Well, technically, even if I cannot interrupt, like that way, I can pretty much, I think, guaranteed use the ulti on Godskin Duo without being worried about the sleep attack. Shit. This is not the play. This is not the play, dudes. I needed the not the Scorpion Charm, but I needed the sleep resistance for sure. Well, the proc is not gonna happen unless it builds up the sleep. Like, it just builds up. You don't guaranteed go to sleep with that attack. But yeah, there's also, I think Santoria said that during the phase transition on the Everdark Caligo, you can blast her a lot with fire because she's doing nothing for a while until the big AoE happens, and apparently you can like stagger the shit out of her or something. Alright. Corpse Piler, let's do it. Unfortunately, yeah, I just don't really have good buffs. No aura buff is rough. No Blood Bowl aromatic either. We will have this buff though, so that's good. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't the best fight of all time, but I do think that it performed pretty well. I do want to say Rivers of Blood was a W in this fight. Hey, what's up, Chesney? I'll get to it after the expedition, if that's okay. Alright, we don't have to be buying anything. Yeah, I want to say that was a success. I think Rivers of Blood was good. I spammed like crazy, so I did get hit there at one point. But I think the fact that I used the ulti was a good decision as well. Okay, I'll be able to proc this, maybe. Oh! That wasn't even a mark proc, dude. Let's go! Not bad! Not bad! Not bad at all. Yeah, I think I just build up enough attacks. I guess there's another way to do it, but that's just not really guaranteed. And in the end, I mean, the sleep just didn't build up on time, so... That was good! That was good! That was good. I mean, I basically just didn't lose time, but, I mean, that's good, considering that, you know, could have saved like 3 seconds and ended up losing... ended up losing half, so 3.5. It would have been better if Rivers of Blood was yellow, that is true. That is true. Where did I get Rivers of Blood? Was it at the start? I think I got it from the Magma Room. Yeah, I did. That's insane. Hardy is kind of chilling because I know there are still 2 more expeditions that can fuck me over hard, dude. Very, very good run though so far. 3 very solid expeditions. I'm really happy about that. It's kind of hard, Chesney, to like summarize my Caligo thoughts without talking about it for 10 minutes, but overall I feel like the fight is just a little too similar to how it is by default. You know, like the regular version of it is pretty much the same, except they took some cinema attacks away, which is a little disappointing. Like the crackling attack of the crackling ice that is in the sky. That's a really cool attack, and if you want to have a very cinematic boss, just keep that. You know, I do like the idea of breaking armor off of different parts of the body, but at the same time, I would have liked to see maybe a guaranteed stagger after you break 2, because once you break 1, there's not much reason to be breaking anything else. It's a cool idea, I think, for maybe putting together a trio fight, right? And then being like, okay, let's focus on the tail, let's break the tail. Hard to do with randoms, but as a pre-made, I think that's a cool idea. Wasn't me, but that's been my experience. I popped 3 over 4 armors doing the phase transition. That's kind of crazy. Regular version is even more interesting. Regular version is a bit more cinema. I like illegal, but enhanced play is just the same thing. Yeah, pretty much. Her big snowstorm nuke hardly does any damage. Yeah, I think that is mostly the fact that it builds up the frostbite, right? That's the danger. I kind of think that the tail attacks do not send a projectile in the normal version, which I think is cool for ranged. Like if you're playing ranged. Okay, let me make sure I actually select the correct fight even. There we go. That's kind of cool because like for melee, it's very standard what you do. You stay underneath and then run away when something happens. But as ranged, it's kind of weird. You can keep up your DPS the entire time and stuff. But if you end up getting hit by one of those big projectiles, oh, that's a township. So it's not the best seed. It's Gaping Dragon and Crucible Knight and Golden Hippopotamus. Oh, it's the seed that I practiced. It's the seed without the castle in the center. It's the seed with Godskin Apostle Everjail. Okay, so this is not the best, unfortunately. We will probably lose quite a bit of time on this. But I can still try to play it to the best of our abilities. Stop blocking, mate. But yeah, I had the idea of like, why not just keep the crackling ice attack, change the color palettes to the new one, right? The dark blue and stuff. And then instead of making it so you have to run towards her, just make it so that there are little holes in it. And for trios, that would be pretty sick. And it has a little bit more range, because for trios, that way, all of a sudden, you know, the players have to split up each has to kind of find their own like little space where to stay safe, and I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, all trash. Actually, everything is shit. Damn. Well, we will have one more tower to potentially loot. What's the boss down here? Flying dragons, so we have to be a little bit careful. So yeah, I wish that they kept more of the cinematic elements, I guess, because this way the fight is fine. And I beat it with Wilder, I beat her with Executor with the new relic. The new relic is actually kind of cool because it allowed me to use Seppuku as well. And still have Frost, which is fantastic. But the most damage that I dealt was Cast the Duchess. I guess kind of unsurprisingly, but considering as both... I should have leveled again. As both Wilder and Executor, I had fire weapons. And as Cast the Duchess, I was using Shattering Crystal. Like, I expected to deal a little bit more damage with the other characters. Still cool, though, that you have a relatively long fight. Like, I think that's kind of neat. But in the end, I was just able to kind of keep blasting. The reason that as Duchess I went down is because I was trying to break all of the different armor, which I did end up doing and got nothing for it, unfortunately. Okay, regular stone would go a long way here as well. If I don't find a regular stone, then... Rip. Then at least a blue bow. But yeah, the only reason I went down is basically because of the frostbite, right? Being everywhere. So once I get a little bit more familiar with the boss... and I know kind of what to look for rather than just looking around what the boss is doing and kind of ignoring all of the frost stuff that is in my feet. I think it'll be no problem, hopefully. Still a bunch of running as well, but like, yeah, like I said, I don't mind the fight. I think it's a good fight. Let's kill these guys. I have to think a little bit, because this is not a classic match where you can just go ahead and... do the castle and just do everything the same as always. Oh, Harbo. Okay. Nice. Huge. I will need to hit level 3 for that, though, so... let me do that right now. Get a little bit more money. This way I can buy a grease. This way I can also buy a talisman. I do not have enough for an aromatic, though. Which he does have. One grease. Talisman. Oh! Aromatic. Let's go. I guess potentially I can just come back later. And now we run to the Oracle Envoys. Yeah, maybe coming back later would make sense. We'll see if we have time for that. Because we have stuff in the castle. It's Troll Castle, so it's mostly about the boss. And the first boss is gonna be all the way over there. Alright, let's pray that we actually end up getting a Stone Sword key here. It's an 80% chance to fucking get it, dude. And the last 2 times I've done this run, once on an actual run, once while I was practicing the seed, I didn't get it either time. Hey, Captain David, how's it going? What's up? And hello, Champlu. What's up, dude? The world record at the moment... so I don't know if Alt F4 is still using weapon transfer, but it's somewhere in the... it's somewhere in the 231 range. Like, Alt F4 earlier today got 3108, but he might not be doing glitchless. That's a little awkward. And there's another Japanese player by the name of Hama. And he plays as Raider, and he got a mid 31. So that's roughly where the world record is sitting. Okay, Stone Sword key, Stone Sword key. It's there, but I need to drop something. That's a little annoying. Okay, I know that the Exalted Flesh is there. I should be able to find it from Albinarix, I think. Iron Eye, let's do some climbing. Thank you. Very nice. I don't really need these lightning greases. I only kept them because it's a stack of 2. Obviously, fire would have been nice against this guy because he's weak to fire. But his damage is alright. Just need to make sure to be careful and not die. Don't overextend. Okay, my ulti is up, but that's good. I'm gonna use it in the Evergel. Oh, black bow. Ah, just barely. Well, I say barely. It's like 10k. It's not gonna have that much damage anyway, but it is gonna have a little bit more. This is on PC, Dean. What makes Raider so fast? Yeah, just face tanking a lot and staggers. Like, you stagger a fuck ton. I literally, basically, before I went to the gym, I just checked YouTube. And I had, because I watched the previous Raider run, it was immediately recommended to me. It was uploaded literally 7 minutes ago when I checked it. Oh, he transitions. Nice, okay. Chill. Nice. I could go for the Albinaric rune actually, because we could find Exalted Flesh there. I hope. Gaping Dragon, Crucible Knight, Golden Hippo. Hello Sid, by the way, what's up dude? You were asking if it's worth to blast the ulti at the start of Crucible Knight so that you can rebuild it mid-Adele. That's an interesting idea. Oh, I need to buy another Dragon Moon Grease. I forgot that I needed two. I think the big thing though about using... Oh, that's nice. The biggest thing about using ulti on that fight is trying to use it when both the Crucible Knight and Hippo have spawned so that you can double hit, right? I think that's the main thing. I don't even know if you would rebuild the ulti on time because Adele dies pretty fast most of the time. Not shared order, that kind of sucks. Golden WoW though, okay. I'm not gonna say no to that. Dude, Exalted Flesh, where did I leave it? I left it there. I can probably still go pick it up. I hope. No, who are you locking onto? Ranged weapon attacks. Nice. All right, I think I can get that Exalted Flesh. Have to run all the way up there, but I think I've done the best that I could. Can I make this? Oh, fucking parkour master. How can I drop to the upper floor? I'm just gonna wait for my ability. Nope. There we go. Okay, that was kind of sick. Yeah, I love the fact that the ability can be used for mid-air stuff like this. It feels so satisfying to use. It's not always the best, like it doesn't always get you where you need to. Doesn't always make it faster, but grappling hook and this ability are super fun to use. Grappling hook especially, but this is also cool. Where do you climb here? Oh, like that. There we go. Yeah, this is basically the best that I could have done. I mean, I have Exalted Flesh, I have an Aura buff, I have Dragon Wound Grease. Oh, that guy just dropped the Exalted Flesh as well. We have Ritual Sword. Not much better that we could have done. So now the question is, what the fuck do I want to do after? Maybe I can take the Spirit Hawk, go back to the township, buy the second Dragon Wound Grease. I think Golden Wow is more potent than the Aromatic, so I think I'll just use that. Yeah, he is very tanky, but this damage is quite nice. There's not much I could have done better, I think. Alright, let's run in this direction, and I think what I'll do is I'll kill Red Wolf who's here. I don't think killing any of the Mausoleum stuff here is worth it. Yep, but okay, well, I guess I'm changing my mind. Okay, dude. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that is pretty good. For Gaping Dragon, that's a nice split. Could have been much worse. RKR, or just spell FP cost, or skill FP cost. Okay, go, 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 go. I should have opened this earlier. And yeah, Township, and then probably just the center bosses like Black Knife Assassin and Loretta. Like, I wouldn't have to go to the Township if I have enough money to buy another Dragon Moon Grease earlier. Which was literally like just one enemy, basically. Hello? But at the same time, it's still nice to actually take that, I think. The only thing I didn't have time to check was regular merchant, which I managed to do last time, but because I had to go back to the Exalted Flesh, I wasn't able to run here. And he does not really have anything anyway. And there's periodic Glim Blades, which is not bad, but I don't think I really need that. Maybe I can buy that at the castle or something. For now, though, I need to run in this direction over here. Hey, what's up, Zyper? How's it going, dude? No wonder it's so smooth on PS5 as a starter fest. Really? I've heard that it's been the same, at least when the game released. The same as it was when Elden Ring released. Does this also have a bows? Sure does. Projectile damage drop off. Let's fucking go. That the best way to play it was to play the PS4 version on the PS5. Apparently that had the best performance overall, which is kind of crazy to me. I love that there are at least 2 viable characters. I agree, yeah. As much as I don't like the Raider stuff, because the Raider stuff is like, I don't know, dude, just jump attacking over and over. Like, sure, we are shooting, but at least I get to, you know, go for headshots and stuff like that. I think that's kind of fun. Like, at least I have fun with it. Yeah, this is like the perfect Spirit Hawk. Holy shit. Oh, yes, Jellyfish Shield. Oh, my dog. I mean, that is a lot of money that I just spent, but this buff stacks with literally everything else. You have an aura buff, you have a body buff, doesn't matter. Jellyfish Shield buffs you anyway. Huge. But yeah, with Raider, like the fact that you are mostly The fact that with Raider you're just jump attacking over and over again, getting tons of staggers. Why am I killing them? I guess to assert dominance. It's not enough to just have one of them on my back. It just didn't seem as much fun to me as Iron Eye, where, as you said, you have a little bit more gameplay. Don't do it, assassin. Boop. Yeah, that was Pup. That is correct. Pup. Ranged weapon attacks 14%. I can get rid of the golden wow potentially, but I also don't need double damage drop-off reduction, to be fair. It's like Bloodborne, uplifting aromatic, how much damage is that? Like 10%, and golden wow is 11.5? So maybe it was better to just, yeah. It was probably better to keep what I dropped, actually. That's both kind of trash. Periodical Glitchless, shared order. Multiple periodical green blades. Why did I not buy a pouch? Can still do that. You can still buy the pouch. We recommend on just jump attack. We also punch and block our teammates with totem. Hey, that's fair. The punching also adds a lot. Like the fact that you can just straight up ignore a bunch of enemies' attacks during the boss fights, like that also helps keep up your DPS. But I think it's mostly the stagger. Like the few fights that I had time to check before I went to the gym, like the staggers just dealt so much damage, you know, like being able to jump attack him like twice when they're staggered and then, okay, fuck me, I guess. And then take the riposte on top of that. That was just a lot. And hello, Skooma. What's up, dude? How's it going? I mean, the way it works is most time save can come from the fact that you get a good seed. You're doing 5 different expeditions. So 5 times you're kind of rolling the dice on the map pattern. And then the idea is you're trying to get as strong as possible before you're fighting bosses, you know, that are not timed. So whenever you're fighting a night boss, when you're fighting a night lord, you want to be as strong as possible. And so the gameplay in between... No! You're such a bitch! It was 2 more attacks? Come on! Okay, that's not too bad of a spawn though. Loses a little bit of time, but... As you know, it doesn't actually lose us time on the splits, just loses us time in terms of looting and stuff. So the better you play in between, the, like, hitting the skip, for example. That's not, oh, there we go, okay. Like hitting the skip, for example, the more time you have to loot different items, and thus the less you have to actually rely on RNG. Yeah, this is very good again in terms of loot. What we've been able to get is kind of huge. Let me buy the pouch while I'm here. I should have done that already the first time. Right, because you get to loot more things, so if luck is not on your side, at least you're trying to do the best that you can to actually find some good loot for yourself. Yeah, an expedition is basically you going for a specific boss. All is fair in war and speedruns. So you go for a Night Lord, then you do 2 days and 2 nights, and the 3rd day is the battle against the final Night Lord. And each night will have a certain night boss. And everything is on a timer besides those night bosses and the Night Lord. Why not glitched? Glitched is the same as with Elden Ring. Like, glitch just breaks the game too much. Okay, I'm not gonna bother myself with that camp. But to be fair, that camp could have frost greases, which I am in a desperate need of. But there's one already, so it's all good. Like, there's not just minor glitches, but there's also, you know, Pizza Swap is in this game, and Wild Strike's Pivots is in this game, so it completely breaks the way you play the game, and essentially what you would be doing for the most part is trying to find a stance weapon, which, I mean, as Executor you can start with that, because you start with an Uchi, basically. And then find Serpent Hunter. I'm not gonna fight this guy, only gives 4.5k. I don't think I've ever seen roguelike speedruns. That's because roguelike speedruns are all kind of weird. Like, most roguelike speedruns end up having a set seed and a random seed category. It's not really a thing for this, because the game has kind of a, especially for like individual level runs when you're going against a specific boss, there's a very limited randomization in terms of the map patterns. If you have a shifting earth active, there's only 5 different patterns on that type of a map. It's not a lot, so you can kind of just always fish the map pattern that you need, including all the bosses. But the thing that you're fishing for is items, right? So not only is this a roguelike, but it's a time-gated roguelike, which is just super duper weird overall. Where are all the frost greases? Ah, yeah, the circle's coming in now. That's kind of what I thought. We will get level 15 from trolls, maybe? Kind of crazy that I'm not level 15, but I did buy the jellyfish shield, and I did spend the first day outside of the castle. We didn't kill any of the trolls or anything like that. Yeah, it's really fun to watch, and it's been fun to play because it just isn't really optimized yet. Like, once the runs get optimized, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm playing for 30 minutes to get the Libra Curse Seed. To get the Libra Curse Seed on the second expedition. If I don't get it, I reset, you know? Yeah, I don't, as of right now, I don't fucking have a grease for this next fight. This is a little bit of a disaster. Where are all the frost greases? Game! I don't think I can actually kill the trolls on time. Well, having Jellyfish Shield is better than having level 15, but still. It's kind of tough. So many crabs! When did crabs invade the mountaintops, dude? Oh, frost grease. Oh, and frost grease. Okay. Damn. It's like the last corpse that I can do, pretty much. No, that's not what I meant to do. Boop. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I mean, Would have been nicer to have an actual grease, like if I kept a fire grease or something. I think that would have been better than frost, but we'll see. That's it. And I kind of like, depending on the damage, if you have a lot of damage, you don't even really need the ult on. I'm gaping jaw. Shield bash, please. You're a piece of shit. And Frost Grease is gone. Yeah, I think that ulti was worth it. I might... We'll see what happens, but I might go down during the Ogre fight. The fact that I didn't even get to Frost the Crucible Knight is kind of disgusting. Oh, I should have taken the Art Gauge. I wonder if I would have built that up on time then. Hey, 20 seconds is not great, but... 20 seconds is not great, but it is what it is. That's what you deal with duo fights. I'm probably gonna lose a bunch of time on this fight as well, though. Unless I get like giga damage and I can kill him during the phase transition before... Oops. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted. I don't have the mark off. Come on, hit him one more time. Yes! Fucking go, dude. Woo! Calculated HP. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you have enough damage, you don't need the ult there. You just need to pew pew. Ah! Nice. Okay, good. Good. That's crazy because the ult is obviously slower than tapping R2, so the fact that I didn't need the iframes actually saved us a bit of time. And then even included me leveling, dude. Yes! Not bad. HP was like maybe 5. I think I didn't die simply because, you know, I killed the boss. Like, I shot the arrows and I was taking the damage, and because the boss died, it didn't kill me. What's up, DBZ? How you doing? Yeah, we were supposed to lose time. I know, we were supposed to lose time, but I saved 0.1 over gold, so not too bad. Ooh, okay. Last one, Hellster. Some bad patterns here by friends. Some good patterns too, but obviously we want Warm-Faced Deathrite Bird. We don't want Tibia Mariner. If I get Tibia Mariner, I have to reset the expedition because otherwise I lose minutes. Knight's Cavalry Duo and Dragonkin Soldier can be alright. Gargoyle and Worm can be alright. Battlefield Commander and Worm can be alright. So like, we'll just see. We'll just see, I guess. We'll just see. Yeah, this has been a pretty good run. I don't think I can beat all the 4. Like, his run from earlier today is insane. But I could potentially beat the Raider person. Actually, not really. I don't think I can beat even that time, but... yeah, considering the seeds that I had, not having the Libra Invasion seed and this, yeah, not bad. All right, let's keep it going. Let's just hope that we do not get a bad seed. I don't need the best seed. I just need a good enough seed. Like, hitting a 31 would be awesome. Ah, come on, Expedition. Night Aspect, let's go. And yeah, that boss, Skooma Casually, is not bad. It runs around a little bit too much, but like, because this game was primarily designed for for trio runs, not for solo runs, they needed to give the bosses ways to deal with 3 players at the same time. Okay, it's a southern spawn with nothing. So that's Battlefield Commander and Great Worm. Alright. It's Trolls in the middle, unfortunately, but also Ancestor Spirit, who's kind of killable. Alright, that's playable. It's not gonna be the best one, but like Battlefield Commander can be actually really good. Stop blocking, you little shithead. I'll stick up that shield up your ass, man. So yeah, Battlefield Commander can be very quick, and Worm can also be very quick. It's not going to be as quick as Deathrite Bird. And Battlefield Commander is not going to be as quick as Wormface, but it can be pretty fast. Depending on what we find, so let's hope we find something good. Dragon Moon Grease for Magma Worm would be huge. And obviously, the better build we have, the better Hellster fight we get, so... I feel like this is like one of those, because Hellster is such a long fight. I feel like this is the expedition where having a good build for the Night Lord is like maybe the most important out of all. I'm not sure if that's the case, but it feels like it is. Since that fight has so much going on. Right? 2 phases and everything like that, so... Because it is such a long fight, having good damage will make it much easier on you. And quicker, of course, that's what we care about. Blue bow, blue bow, blue bow. Let's go. Come on. There's our blue bow. It's Albinaric as well. These passives are not good, but that is fine by me. Awesome. So this I can drop. What is at the top? Ancestor Spirit, so... Is this an angle when I do relatively early? Ancestor Spirit with the gold foul foot? I mean, I think that's actually not a bad play. Because it's a troll castle, so like castle just doesn't have as much value. I haven't played this seed many times, maybe once. Once or twice, I think. That's another thing as well that I like about these runs, is that because you are after the first one, first seed is basically 1 out of 20. Exalted Flesh is kind of important though. There's a good chance we'll get it in a troll. Or Dragon Wound Grease! Okay, that is more important. Like... The first seed is 1 out of 20, and then 10 of them have tree sentinels, which we want to avoid. So for the first expedition, you're basically playing 1 out of 10, and for the remainder, you play 1 out of 5. So I like the idea of the fact that... I like the idea of being able to go and practice the individual seeds, right? I've done that before when... The third expedition, for example, here. You don't need that. Technically, it could be good. I'll keep it for now. If we find a holy bow or something, that would be insane. But yeah, with the third expedition... Or was it the last one? Yeah, the last one, where I had the jellyfish shield. That is an expedition that is really awkward. And I did a match. Golden WoW? Woohoo! I did a run where I had it and I was like completely lost. I was like, okay, what the fuck do I do, right? This is really weird. And so then I forced that using a mod. Okay, we are within the circle, nice. Oh, good aromatics as well. I can only buy 1 for now. And then I went to figure out some routing for that pattern, you know, for that map pattern. And then I was able to use it in this run, and even though the seed is obviously slower than the fastest seeds that you can get on that expedition, I was able to salvage it pretty well. So I do like that aspect of it. I think that is pretty cool. It's a very unique way of practicing for runs. I'm trying to be kind of locked in for the reasons that I described earlier, with Helster being pretty important in terms of the lineup. So I'm sorry that I'm just yapping. The dude's just not coming any closer. Cool, guys, don't look at the ultimates. Yeah, I didn't want to risk trying to like reset my camera by pressing the lock on button and then locking onto something completely different. I'm gonna heal. The guy's gonna be throwing a bunch of shit at us. Yeah, there it is. Ow, ow. Ah! So frustrating, dude. Okay, let me grab the other aromatic. Let me grab the pouch. Whoa. Making decent time, I think, so. Nice. Hold to the new mark. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what he's up to, but I'm not sure the boss knows what he's up to. Nice. That went very smoothly. Come on, drop her shit. Sir? No screaming, dude. Ah! How did I leave you alive? Okay, I have the Exalted Flesh. I do have Golden Wow. We also have the Aromatics. I even have the Golden Wow. I even have the Golden Wow Incantation, which is so much better. Like, I don't even need the Aromatics, really. Like, I bought them, but we don't really need them. But this is a little annoying because that troll is still here. And the other troll is also still here. But that guy, I mean, he actually might be still within the circle. If I kill at least this one, because leaving the other guy is fine. I think I'll be able to loot the courtyard. We'll also go over the grace to the boss, so I don't really have to level up again. Okay, very good. Thanks for the help, troll. I appreciate that. Another bomb incoming. Get that one whiffed. So now our primary focus, because I have basically the consumables that I need. Our primary focus at the moment is finding good passives. I hope he cannot, yeah, he cannot throw the bomb all the way down here. That's nice. While I'm on this side, let me just go blast it. Oh, actually, the circle's gonna close in very soon. So I don't think that's worth it. Is that what we're gonna go for? Is this triple chest and hopefully find some good loots? Golden WoW is nice, but yeah, I don't really have much else. Guard counters. Oh, I can get sniped here. That's not good. Heal. No! There was one more item that I didn't see. It's probably not worth it though. Let's be real. Alright, jellyfish shield. Let's get it. Come on. It's 5% chance on each one of these kills. Maybe a little bit higher because of Iron Eye's passive. Ah! Didn't get anything. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, the chat is absolutely spot on with the amount of seeds. And it's important to understand what exactly is seeded, right? So it's all of the Aerogel bosses, the entire map pattern that you have, all of the camps, and the night bosses as well. That's the stuff that is seeded. What isn't seeded is the merchant lineups, but even those are fairly limited. There are only 20 different merchant lineups that you have in terms of items. So you are hoping to, in these runs, you are hoping to get as many Blood Bowl aromatics as possible, because that's 30% bonus to physical damage, which is huge as a body buff. You have Exalted Flesh pretty much guaranteed on the final merchant at least. So like it's very easy to end up getting those, but that is 20%, not 30% as a body buff. You're also looking for these aromatics because that's an aura buff and it also increases your damage. I'm looking for like wolves or something and there's nothing, man. Well, I guess there's this boss over here, which is, well, it's Bellbearing Hunter, so I'm not really clapping that one, am I? So you're looking for those merchants especially. It's the same with, I actually wonder how it works with township merchants, if there's 20 different versions of them as well. But yeah, either way, it's like way less random than you would expect, and that's one of the biggest problems, I think, with this game. They really need to pool the bosses together and generate a wider variety of map patterns. Okay. Where are the rates? Oh, there they are. Nice. Alright, that was pretty good. Again, not as fast as Mournface, but pretty fast. Alright, now we can take care of the cellar, and then we head to the mountains, I guess. Need to make sure to really look for some good passives. Wonder if it would be worth it to like go for this lightning ruin that's like right here, maybe. Just to see if we can get some loot. Or if it's worth it to like loot around the mountain. Because the mountain has a decent amount of corpses to loot as well. Maybe I have time for both. Let's try both. What's the boss here? BBK. Would you ever try Everdark Aligo Speedrun? Map 262 is pretty cracked. I mean, probably not at the moment. I mean, when you say ever, that's a long time, you know, so... At some point, maybe. I think at some point I want to try, like, speedrunning all of the individual bosses. But I do have to say that as annoying as getting bad map patterns here is... I still find it way more interesting than just spamming the same map pattern and hoping for better items. I guess at least in a way, if we were able to, you know, use the de-randomizer. That's sleep pots, what the fuck? Why am I getting sleep stuff here? It's lightning, dude. So that we don't have to reset for the pattern, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't think there are any holy spots on this map. Not as much as I could see anyway. Which is tough. Okay, I'm gonna kill BBK here on the way. Then I'm gonna go towards the castle. Yeah, it's all lightning. And then we can go through the mountaintop. That's another thing as well. It's like... Even if you get a decent map pattern, if you get unlucky and you just don't find any passives for your build, you are gonna be so much weaker. What the fuck is he doing? Then on runs where you find good stuff. Cinema repost moments. I had no stamina, unfortunately. Oh! Is there a chest here? No. Them nice runes, but trash gear. Beastmen take full naps from sleep, but still seems weird for soporific stuff to be there, right? So what's up, Mechanical Snail? How are you doing, dude? Are the FP and HP refill bushes placed consistently each run? I think those depend on the map pattern. Like, depending on the shifting earth, but otherwise I'm pretty sure that they are consistent, yes. Thank you for the luck. So far, it hasn't really been on my side this expedition, but this overall run has been pretty good. Oops. Yo, what's up, Ronin? How you doing? Thanks for the luck. How you doing, my man? Yeah, we're on the last expedition, trying to desperately find some gear, and I haven't found anything. Ah, circle's already coming in. Well, that's another run where we don't kill Borealis, but I don't think I'll need it. Well, depends. I think I will hit. I mean, I'm gonna be level 13 now. Should be good. Excuse me? What the fuck was that? I'm not going crazy. I did 6 attempts on Caligo. I had one where I literally had no good passive and finished day 1 with just my starter weapon. That's brutal. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes, dude. You are playing the freaking lottery with these runs. And these ones are going to be very annoying once they're optimized any percent specifically. Can I level, please? Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely hit level 15. I mean, I'm basically level 14. If I have enough time to kill the troll, and if I have enough time to kill the dragon and Yoda, we should be good. I'm probably not getting anything holy, though. I wonder if I should keep that. Yeah, I think item discovery, I just keep lower. That's fine. When it comes to greases and stuff, I mean, I'm doing really well. In terms of items, we are really doing well. Like consumables, but our passive is just so bad. More trash. This might actually be better than stamina. Scorpion Charm have a second passive that increases physical negation? No, it reduces, yeah. It increases, it impaired physical damage negation. They changed the wording and they also changed the... They changed the color, right, to light blue in the last patch to make it a little bit more clear that it's actually a downside. What character are you using for the Caligo speedrun? I assume Wilder? Or IL's Vital seems to be pretty damn good. Physical plus 6% is not bad. That's just straight up a 6% boost to us. Card breaking is bad though. I get poise over stamina because I'm thinking that maybe I can poise through some attack and it's not gonna actually interrupt my attack. Most of the time, you don't really run out of stamina on bosses because you have to dodge. Or they die fast. My stamina level is actually pretty decent. So that's why. I don't know if it's the right choice. Like, the poise might not lead to actually any benefits whatsoever. Oh! Finally. Finally something. So, I need to drop the double 2. And yeah, well, and this one, let me just drop that one already. I don't really need that. Oh, I see, you are using Raider. I see. Well, what's interesting is that Raider can do a lot of stuff that Wilder can do. I just feel like overall the loot is a little bit better for Wilder in terms of great swords. Because, you know, both of them can get a really good guaranteed stagger. And then stack in a bunch of crits. It's pretty good, but like if you find Morgoth's Cursed Sword, well, you're just gonna destroy. Dude, I shot so hard that I fell off the fucking rock. Insane recoil. Oh, attack power at full HP. Okay. Starting to come together a little bit. Found Sacred Blade as well. Unfortunately, we are not dealing with Deathrite Bird. Also just hit level 15. I'm not gonna bother myself with Borealis, but I will still climb up. I will still climb up in order to get access to all the different corpses. Ow. Bottom two passives are trash. We need to replace those still. At least one of them is somewhat useful. I mean, damage negation at full HP is not bad. Archery bow here would be pretty huge too. Especially since I don't have Blood Bowl Aromatic. And I have that Sacred Scorpion Charm. Now, if I were to kill Borealis, he drops a guaranteed legendary, but that doesn't mean much. And I don't really have any strike. You would think that this is strike, but this is actually pierce. Please, run up. Like, this weapon would be okay against him, but I don't think, because I'm level 15, I don't think it's really worth it to deal with Borealis. It's way better to take our time to loot the corpses, and then maybe kill the trolls if possible. Yeah, it is a lot less than in Elden Ring, yeah. And it does say physical damage instead of all damage, that is true. I didn't even realize that it was actually better than in base Elden Ring. Ow. Item discovery on that thing? I don't think that was a third item. Nope. Corpse down here. Item discovery. Dude, so many explorers and discoverers in this seed. Rot resistance. I looted the double corpse already. I can try to kill the trolls. I don't know if I have enough time for that though. Boost dexterity. I mean, I don't have any holy, so I might as well take the 3 dexterity points or however fuck. I mean, it should give 5, right? Yeah. So like that technically increases damage a tiny bit. How did I just headshot him? No, dog, my friend. Friend that would eat me alive if Troll gave him a chance, but... I don't remember the last time I got something good out of these trolls, so... It's time now, dude. Let's get it. More holy attack power. Well, it's the best this is gonna get. Golden Wow incantation is great. Definitely want to be using that over the aromatic. The aromatic is therefore kind of pointless. Dude has a cool whip. Ow. Nice dodge. Let's swap this. Here we have fire and lightning greases, which is exactly what we want for Hellster as well. Fire for phase 1, lightning for phase 2. I even have 2 dragon wound greases for this. Oops. Oh, I'm on the backside. How did that happen? Nice. Honestly, for a Great Worm, that was alright, despite that start. That is, dude, the fact that I lost 5 seconds over that insane bird fight that we had the other day, which was the gold, I'm pretty sure. That is kind of crazy. Let me swap these two. It's gonna make it easier to swap to the bow when we are done buffing. Skip the cutscene. Alright, final fight, guys. Final fight. Damage is very good, I think, actually. Like, I was a little worried, but with all the buffs, it's not bad. Okay, reapply this. Buffer sprint. All right, fight was good. Fight was good. We take those. We take those. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be second place, but it's damn fucking close, man. What a run. What a good run. If it wasn't for the PBs today, this would have been a legit world record. God damn it. So close. So close. 31-41. Ah. What a nice run.